So there I was, 30 years old, first day on a new job. A little bit about this job. It was working for a big publicly traded company that just acquired my first business. And I decided the first thing to do is go down on the shop floor, introduce myself, see what's going on. And I realized really quickly, we've got a huge problem. We're doing all of this welding without any weld procedures. No weld procedures. I mean, that's a huge, huge issue. So I find this 35-year veteran of this business, he's an executive, and I tell him, we've got to shut the factory down and we have to do it now. And he looks at me and he says a couple things. First thing he says is, who in the hell are you? It's a good question. It was my first day on the job. That's how we met. Second thing he says, are you really telling me we're going to shut this factory down over a couple weld procedures? Or are you going to go back in the office, stay in your lane, and let us keep welding? Well, I'm at a crossroads moment, and I've got a tough decision to make. But before I tell you how that resolved, let me first welcome you to ETS 2022. My name's Zachary Oliphant. I'm the CEO of EXO. EXO is a business that specializes in the engineering, inspection, and remediation of critical infrastructure all throughout North America. And certainly everybody in the audience has been there before. You've been at a crossroads moment, whether as a business leader, as a parent, as a spouse, where you've got to make a really tough decision. And quite often the tension is, you're making a decision autonomously. There's no one there to call you out. So if you want to cut a corner to get ahead, there's no one there to stop you. That's a tension we all fight every day. And so to navigate that, there's one solution. And that solution is this: as we launch into ETS 2022, and this conference is about innovation, to me, innovation is about taking core principles and applying technology and process and doing something great. Maybe we should reflect for a moment, make sure we get those core principles right. And I think if everybody in the room does this one thing, it'll make you better in your career, make your business better, it'll make our industry better. And that's this: practice personal integrity. Well, what's that mean? To me, that's do the right thing no matter who's watching. And it means do the right thing no matter what it may cost you. So for all of us today, as we sit in here and we want to have integrity in our decisions and in our lives, let's get it there. Let's make sure we're doing this, because it'll make your projects better, it'll make your teams better, it'll make your business better. Then ultimately, it'll make our industry better. And if we practice this skill, it becomes a habit. And that habit will start to tell a story about you. And that story is this: that you're going to do the right thing no matter what, and no matter what the pressure. And that's the kind of story to build a career or a business on. That's the kind of story to build a life on. And that's the kind of story we should be innovating on. So for those in the room already doing this, awesome. Be a mentor to somebody, because I can guarantee you there's someone in the room that's going to need your help. They're going to be at that crossroads. And if you're not doing this today, go find a mentor. Go find a couple mentors. Surround yourself with those people. So for all of us, as we sit here today, I had this opportunity, and I think about how we can sit there and thank the mentors in our lives. But before I do that, I want to take an opportunity. You remember the story I was telling you about? Remember the story about weld procedures on the shop floor? Let me tell you how that resolved. So I thought, what would one of my great mentors do? And it was this: do the right thing no matter what. And so that's what I did. We shut the factory down. But that comes with consequences. Cost us a ton of money, cost me a lot of political goodwill, target on my back for a couple of years in the company, but that's okay. Because it was a transformative moment for our business to draw a line in the sand and say, we're gonna do the right thing no matter what. And if nothing else, it was transformative for me as a person. So before I introduce the keynote, I have the great opportunity, that mentor that day that I called on is actually here. And so I'd like to recognize him. You guys probably know him as Wesley J. Oliphant, 45-year veteran of our business and in our industry, great leader in our industry. But I know him as Pops. Pop, could you just stand up for a moment? I get to embarrass you. Thank you, Pop. Without question, you've always taken the right road. You've always dealt with the tough decisions, no matter what it may cost you, no matter what the implication to you, and no matter who was watching. But I can tell you, people have been watching. I've been watching, Pop. Your family's been watching. I know our team's been watching. And this industry's been watching. So thank you. So for all our great clients out there, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to build EXO on this foundational principle that integrity is everything. Thank you for that. And for those in the audience that we're not currently working with, we'd love to support you. You can come find us, booth 417. We'd love to connect. It's going to be a fantastic show. Thank you all very much.